So a few days ago, I made a post asking you guys to submit questions for an upcoming Q&A, and you guys asked over 350 questions. So what I decided to do is answer 10 of the best questions right here in this video that you're watching right now. And also I did a second video where I answered 10 more of the best questions that you guys asked. With that said, let's get started. Question number 1 coming in from Matt, the one that you guys liked the most. If you had to pick one movie character as your personal bodyguard, who would it be and why? Well, I'm gonna go with the safe, easy, and obvious answer on this one, and I'm going to go with Superman. Now, there's a bunch of different reasons for this one. First off, he's super strong, obviously. He's got heat vision and he can fly. And so no matter the situation, if the building's about to explode, he can fly me out of there. If I'm riding in a helicopter and it falls off of a building, he can catch the helicopter and lift it up. And likewise, some other people that I might have picked, like the Punisher, he would kill people. And I don't want to be involved in some scandal of my bodyguard wiping out a bunch of guys unnecessarily. So I'm going to go with Superman. Question number 2 from Aaron Rudner Stokel. This was the second most popular question. What are movies that you really like that critics don't? All right, there's a couple different directions to go with this one. In general, as a category, I just loved late 80s, early 90s action movies, the Van Damme, the Seagal, in their heydays, that prime time period, all their movies, they're genre movies. They're made for a specific type of person, and I am that specific type of person. More recent types things like Man of Steel. I think I love Man of Steel. I rewatched it about a week ago, and I really like that movie. It's not fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like 55% or something like that. Still to this day, I'm very surprised how low the score is on Rotten Tomatoes. Question number 3 from Isaac. He's got a twofer. What's your favorite Oscar Best Picture movie and your favorite director? Favorite director is Steven Spielberg. He's just done the highest number of movies that I think are just the best of a genre that I absolutely love. They're some of my favorite movies, and he's done so many different types of movies. So Spielberg, easily. What's my favorite Best Picture winner? Braveheart. I looked at the different winners, and pretty safe to say mine's going to be Braveheart. I just love that movie. It's one of the first rated R movies I saw in the theater, but you know, a big, epic, big themes of freedom and fighting for what you value, amazing action sequences, very cool. That's my type of best picture right there. Those are the types of best pictures that I want more of. Question number 4 from Jacob Paxa. One movie you would like to erase from existence, and I'll throw into this one a ton of you guys ask, what movie do I hate the most? Very simple answer. It's the one I always give, Alien 3. And the reason I hate Alien 3 isn't because it's like the worst movie ever made. It's not a horribly made movie at all. It's from David Fincher. What I hate about the movie is what it does to the plot of the Alien franchise, coming off of Aliens, one of my favorite movies of all time. So that's the one that I would erase from existence. I was very excited when there was that whole Neil Blomkamp might do his own sequel to Aliens. I was all on board with that, even though, you know, he's got a spotty track record recently, but it was going to erase Alien 3, so I was totally on board with it. So Alien 3 is the one that I would erase from existence. Question number 5 from Solomon Mott. What was your favorite movie when you were a kid? I don't really have one that immediately comes to mind. So I'll just kind of go through the ones that were like really huge when I was young, that just have these big markers in my head. And that would be Superman 1 and 2. I just remember watching those all the time. Batman 89 was kind of a big iconic movie in that it's like one of the first ones I remember going to the theater. The first event film, I was like excited for it coming out and got the trading cards and the toys and everything for it. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that original one from 1990. I remember going to see that one in the theater, having it on VHS. So those ones right there, those were those big iconic films of my childhood. They kind of shaped the way that I watch movies. Number 6 from James Skinner. What is the worst experience you have had in a cinema movie theater? Several years back, I got to go see Jupiter Ascending at a press screening with one of my buddies, and the movie's in 3D, and I used lots of 3D stuff, fast-moving action, and the whole movie was out of focus. Beginning to end, they never got it right. My buddy went out to complain. They tried to fix it. And so you're watching this movie with fast moving angles, things coming at the screen, and it's out of focus, and they're trying to like put it in focus while you're watching it. And it's just like was nausea inducing. And the movie itself, I did not consider to be particularly great. And so just combined all those elements together, kind of an unpleasant deal. Real quick, let's do some quick fire questions. Are you a Fortnite virgin? Weird way to phrase that. No, I have played Fortnite. What is your most controversial opinion on a movie? Well, based off of the comment section, easily the most controversial stuff on my channel is my take on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. People do not like it when I share my thoughts on that one. Next one, do you enjoy traveling? Where all have you gone? Well, I can't tell you everywhere I've gone. I've been to most all the states of the United States. I went to Hong Kong for a week when I was in the 5th grade. I've been to Mexico a number of times. I've done a bunch of service work to the Navajo Nation. Do I enjoy traveling? I don't really like leaving my house. I like to do new and different things, but I like to stay at home most of the time. And the final one on here, where did you go to college or seminary? I went to Columbia International University in Columbia, South Carolina, where I majored in Bible and Bible teaching. And Bible teaching is an education major, so I did student teaching at Ben Lippen High School in Columbia, South Carolina. Question 7 from Henry Cassidy. What's the best advice you have for people starting out on YouTube to grow their channel? All right, several people actually asked almost this exact same question, and I'll assume you're in the spectrum of talking about movie type stuff. There's several different things you need to do. First off, you have to know what your focus is. Like, what makes you distinct and interesting on YouTube? Like, if you just say, I'm going to do movie reviews, you're competing with 10,000 other people doing movie reviews. I would jump into the community, meet as many other creators, movie reviewers, or whatever your niche is. Just meet as many people as you can. Then you just need to create an enormous amount of crap. And I don't mean intentionally make bad content, but whenever you start doing something, you're not good at it. The more you make, the more you gotta get the crap out, and you can start getting to the good stuff. Like on my channel, I kind of hate everything from before November of last year. They had 400, 500 videos. I'm like, I wish that could all just go away, or that I could redo all of that magically. You got to get the crap out. You have to figure out what you're doing. And along those same lines, you have to constantly evaluate and figure out what you don't like about yourself, what other people are saying in the comment section that has truth to it, how you can improve, how you can tighten things up. That's what you need to focus in on, is know what you're trying to talk about, know who your target audience is, make a ton of content so you can get good at it, and evaluate everything. Learn from the good, learn from the bad, and that's how you get better. If you want to get better as a movie reviewer, watch a lot of different people, movie critics. Go watch Siskel and Ebert old stuff. Watch Leonard Maltin stuff. Read his stuff. Watch people besides Jeremy Johns. Don't just watch me. But when you watch me and all these different people, write down the language that they use. Look at how they structure their reviews and what they're paying attention to. So you just have a category of, here's a bunch of things I'm looking for, and here's how to talk about it. Like having like a very large vocabulary. So that's what I got for you. The best tips I can for you starting your own movie channel. Question number 8. What's the most disappointing you ever were walking out of the theater? The Matrix sequels. When I first watched The Matrix Reloaded, I dug it and I liked it enough, and I was like, I wonder where they're going. I wonder if it'll get better in the next one. And it's probably the prime example of a movie where the sequel ruined the franchise for me. So when I watched Matrix Revolutions, I was like, oh, this is garbage. And it made me not like Matrix Reloaded. And so much so that I kind of didn't watch the Matrix movies for a really long time. But coming off that original Matrix, those movies just, they're flaws that they just killed the mythology in a way that's just unforgivable. Question number 9. If you were hired to be a director in an MCU movie, what superhero movie would you direct? So for me, I don't think I could go for like the big stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be the right guy for Avengers or even Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I would go for Punisher or Daredevil. Specifically, somewhat kind of the tone and the small scale setting of the Marvel Netflix shows, I think would fit kind of what I would bring to the table, the way I kind of think about story and how I can structure things well, and what would excite me about working on those stories. That small scale, except with a much faster pace than the Netflix stuff, and a lot more urgency. I would craft a story that pretty quickly out of the gate had a good bit of action, and it's kind of like you set the dominoes up very quickly in the first 30 minutes, and then they get pushed over, and then there's like 90 minutes straight of it's just constant battle struggle to overcome the Kingpin or whoever it is that we're trying to take down. Or maybe it's a Daredevil and Punisher movie combined together with Kingpin as our main villain. Maybe that's the direction I would go with it. And our final question of the day from Matt Stu Art. What was your favorite video you ever made? Which one I did called 16 Marvel movies you probably haven't seen. Just talking about some smaller, lesser known Marvel movies. I like to introduce people to things, talk about, that's what's interesting to me. I need to do a lot more videos like that one. So you can check that out right over there to the left. Or if you've already seen that video, check out the other Q&A. Actually, check out both of those videos. They're both lots of fun. I would encourage you to check them both out, and thank you so much for watching.